Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on where you are in this world. God bless you. And this is Gloria White coming to you from Utah, USA. Today we are going to be in the book of Ezekiel in the Old Testament, in the King James Version of the Holy Bible. And we are in chapter 30. The word of the Lord came unto me again. Came again unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord God, Howl or wail ye, woe worth the day, or woe to the day. For the day is near, even the day of the Lord is near, a cloudy day. It shall be the time of the heathen or the Gentiles. Now, you have to realize that in Ezekiel, it's not just talking about what's going to happen today in their day, but also here in our days. So, let me read that again. The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord God, Wail ye, woe to the day, for the day is near. Even the day of the Lord is near, a cloudy day. It shall be the time of the heathen or the Gentiles. And the sword shall come upon Egypt, and great pain or anguish shall be in Ethiopia or Cush, when the slain shall fall in Egypt, and they shall take away her multitude or her wealth, and her foundations shall be broken down. Ethiopia, which is Cush, Cush, and Libya, and that's Put, Put, and Lydia, which is Lud, and all the mingled people, and Chub, and the men of the land that is in league, they're all together, shall fall with them by the sword. Thus saith the Lord, They also that uphold Egypt shall fall, and the pride of her power shall come down. Now, what do we need to know or recognize about Egypt? They worshiped false idols. They were an abomination. So this is Egypt is representing the nations that are worshiping false idols and false gods. So from the tower or the Migdal. Oh, what? Oh, I have a phone call. No, not taking it. It says scam likely. Okay, so where was I? Lost my train of thought. Let's start in verse 6. Thus saith the Lord, They also that uphold Egypt shall fall, and the pride of her power shall come down. From the tower, or the Migdol, to Syene shall they fall in it by the sword, saith the Lord God. And they shall be desolate in the midst of the countries that are desolate, and her cities shall be in the midst of the cities that are wasted, or laid waste. And they shall know that I am the Lord. And when I emphasize that I am, that is in italics. There are very few words in the Bible, or at least in my Bible, that are in italics. So there's great emphasis on that word. And they shall know that I am the Lord, when I have set a fire in Egypt, and when all her helpers shall be destroyed. In that day shall messengers go forth from me in ships to make careless or secure Ethiopians afraid, and great pain or anguish shall come upon them as in the day of Egypt. For lo, it cometh. Thus saith the Lord God, I will also make the multitude of Egypt to cease by the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, he and his people with him, the terrible or most terrible of the nations shall be brought to destroy the land, and they shall draw their swords against Egypt, and fill the land with the slain. And I will make the rivers dry. Have you heard that before? Check out Revelation. And sell the land into the hand of the wicked, and I will make the land waste, and all that is therein, by the hand of strangers. I, the Lord, have spoken it. Thus saith the Lord God, I will also destroy the idols, and I will put their images to cease out of Noph. And Noph is actually ancient. And there shall be no more a prince of the land of Egypt, and I will put fear in the land of Egypt, and I will make Pathros desolate, and will set fire in Zoan. And Zoan is wait a minute. Zoan is ancient Thebes, Thebes, and will execute judgment in No, and that's No, which is also ancient Thebes. And I will pour my fury upon Sin, or Tanis, the strength of Egypt. And I will cut off the multitude of No, or the ancient Thebes. And I will set fire in Egypt. Sin, which is the name of a city or town, Sin, which is referred to as Pelusium, shall have great pain or anguish, and No, which is No, another town, Thebes, shall be rent or torn open, rent asunder, and Noph, which is Memphis, shall have distresses daily. The young men of Avon and Pi Seth shall fall by the sword, and these cities shall go into captivity. At Nehes, also the day shall be darkened, and that Nehes, his, is actually ancient for Heliopolis. Also the day shall be darkened, when I shall break there the yokes of Egypt, and the pomp, or the pride of her strength shall cease in her. As for her, a cloud shall cover her, and her daughters shall go into captivity. Thus will I execute judgments in Egypt, and they shall know that I am the Lord. And it came to pass in the 11th year, in the 1st month, in the 7th day of the month, that the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, I have broken the arm of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and lo, it shall not be bound up to be healed, to put a roller to bind it, nor a splint. It's not going to be even splinted. It's just going to be broken and left broken. to make it strong to hold the sword. So he's going to break their arm and they won't be able to hold the sword. Therefore thus saith the Lord God, because I am against Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and will break his arms, the strong, and that which was broken, and I will cause the sword to fall out of his hand, and I will scatter the Egyptians among the nations, and will disperse them through the countries. And I will strengthen the arms of the king of Babylon, and put my sword in his hand. But I will break Pharaoh's arms, and he shall groan before him with the groanings of a deadly wounded man, or mortally wounded. But I will strengthen the arms of the king of Babylon, and the arms of Pharaoh shall fall down, and they shall know that I am the Lord. When I shall put my sword into the hand of the king of Babylon, and he shall stretch it out upon the land of Egypt, and I will scatter the Egyptians among the nations, and disperse them among the countries, and they shall know that I am the Lord. So we can see now God has said in chapter 29 that he was going to reward Nebuchadnezzar's army because they took Tyrus, doing God's will. They took Tyrus, but they received no booty. They didn't get anything for their work. And so God now is giving all of Egypt's bounty into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, and he's going to totally disarm or make Egypt unable to even fight back. And God has put his sword in Nebuchadnezzar's hand. And so, we can't see the angels except when Elijah said to show Elijah what he was looking at. And God opened the sky up so that Elisha could see what Elijah was looking at. And he saw all the chariots with the angels. And oh my goodness. So there are so many things that we cannot see that go on. So it sounds like God's army, the angels, will be fighting with Nebuchadnezzar, and that Nebuchadnezzar will be wielding God's sword, because it's God's will that they be rewarded for what they did in Tyrus. And as always, I love you.